In daycare fight club news.
Ooh.
You like it.
That's where we need to put Taika. Little fight club, little daycare.
No, we were arguing, not arguing.
Best of both worlds.
No
About
daycare?
that. No, you're
Oh, this is the video you're talking about?
Oh. Submitted by Golden Grandma.
I get it.
Why?
I don't know.
Golden Grandma.
Like golden gloves? Golden grandma? I don't
Like
know.
golden.
Golden gloves?
Like
That's a normal thing.
No, like boxing. Amateur boxing is the highest title you can,
Oh, I didn't know
besides
that.
Olympics.
Yeah, all you think about is that.
That's a reach.
That's not all I think about.
That's
You
a
just
reach.
said it's a reach.
Thank you.
But that's not what I think
She
about.
got it.
Yes, it is.
Which is also a fight thing.
So before we started, press and record, he was
Yeah.
literally just talking about fighting.
That's all he
David
talks
was
about.
bullying me. He was like, if you don't talk about fighting, I'm gonna beat you up.
David does not bully anyone. He talks about food.
That's what I'm saying.
Bart's obsessed with becoming an actor. A mother is suing after daycare fight club footage is released.
I'd be pissed too.
Not if my kid won, though. I'd be pretty
That's
fucking
so
happy.
true. If your kid lost, I'd be like, I'm protesting this shit.
True. Which parent is suing? The kid getting his ass beat or the beater kid? The BT or the beater?
Yeah.
Or is it a random an audience parent?
The BT, I guess.
I knew it.
Yep. Because if the beater, they wouldn't have said shit. They're like, yup, that's my little homie.
We already solved this shit.
Double standard parent.
Because I would have looked at my kid, I was like, get your ass over here. I told you, uppercuts only. What the fuck was that? Why'd you go over the top? You know he has a tendency.
They have hair whited.
I've been studying that kid all day.
Yeah.
He has a tendency of dropping his hands.
I know.
He has a tendency to cry like a bitch when you smack him in the face.
What's wrong with you, dude? You're a southpaw, dude. You have an advantage.
It's like throw a shoe to distract him and then give him a left hook.
Yeah.
Is that your left hook?
My left hook is also just Popeye's signature. You know?
You punch yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so this happened in St. Louis, and yeah. So this whole thing happened back in December of 2016.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been a minute, so I'm like, all
I kind
right.
of caught this pretty late, huh?
That kind of sucks. The kid's
it's
like, I
gone
don't
like
even
nuts.
remember that fight anymore, Mom.
He's gone on to win plenty of other fights since then.
He's like, I'm 2 years older now and it's fucking finally breaking through.
Yeah, Mom. I kick people asses now.
You know what the sad thing is, though? I know, like, this is probably maybe not what a lot of you kids grew up with, but a lot of, like, the older friends would make us fight our friends.
But it's your friends doing it with your friends, not the freaking adults.
Yeah.
Oh, the teachers did it.
Maybe because
That's
at
right.
church
set
they
it
were
up.
the adults there. I'm talking about in church, like, the older kids made us fight the other kids. You know.
So I watched this video yesterday and it didn't really alarm me at all because they have Hulk gloves on, you know, those big fluffy styrofoam things.
Oh.
So I thought they were just playing. I'm like, oh cool, they're just playing. And then so I didn't get what the outrage was.
Let me show them the video.
Okay.
Here we go.
A 10-year-old took this Fight Club video with his iPad. He's with older kids.
Pull him off, dude. This is what you're doing, hood tactics.
After 3 fights.
Oh, that sucks.
Teacher's excited, jumping
know
up and
that
down, while the other teacher puts Hulk fists on preschoolers. Mother Nicole Merciel cannot watch without crying.
That's how she watched it, huh?
Why do they think you don't watch it then?
With the fucking
Why do you think you're watching
the front?
She's like, okay, play it one more time.
His best friends, and it was on his 4th birthday.
The fight begins. The kids fall. A teacher
It's so
kicks in the
dramatic.
air in excitement.
The way it's
The only
recorded.
person who tries breaking it up is another preschooler.
Oh, that's really
He
cute.
cannot stop one child from pounding the other's head into the
Oh,
floor.
you have good side control, dude. You see that shit?
It's really good side control.
Only stopped because her older son texted her video. She called the director to stop it.
He said that the daycare workers were making them fight, not helping them.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. If they set up a fight club and they're making them fight, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. But when I saw just a video, I didn't see it with audio or anything. I'm like, that's every day growing up.
Yeah, but it's also like set up like a ring, like a ring of kids like surrounding them,
Yeah.
like set up like, all right, and here's the ring, here, go fight.
That's the same. I mean, when we grew up, you know that big dome thing that's made out of triangles?
Yeah.
There's like billions
parachute.
of fights that happen in there every single day.
In front of adults. In front of adults?
Not organized by adults.
Not organized by adults.
Climbing dome.
The climbing dome thing.
Yeah, organized by adults.
Miss Patel's there.
And what is she saying?
Is she saying, get him with a fucking hook?
Is she kicking? Like, yeah.
Because
kick-
that's what's
kick her.
great.
She walking and going, let's get ready to rumble.
Is she taping your guys' hands? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so.
that's just what I'm saying. Like the action that's happening, the action that's happening to me wasn't crazy, but seeing a teacher jumping for joy, that's fucked up.
But just to put in perspective, though, our the way we were raised was not right, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you're
What do you mean, oh really? Are you fucking serious?
like everything else was a joke until you started getting serious. So now it's like, okay, it's still not right. Because if I had it my way around, I wouldn't have wanted to go through those experiences, like kind of be pushed like cattle, and then having to fight each other. You know what I mean? Like,
You blew his mind by saying him not growing up that way.
I will say, thank God for those Hulk gloves.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying though. So,
Seriously, dude?
Huge shout out to those.
So I felt bad when the kid was crying because I never cried like that. Like when we fought, it was because we just knew we're roughhousing. It's like kids throwing sand and fucking mud balls at each other,
Yeah, they
right?
were
But you
making
also
them
were a
rough.
high school dropout. You know what I mean? You couldn't process emotions properly. There's so many negative effects of it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that was the reason, but the way we grew up fucked us up for like other things.
How can you say this? Like, you're so awesome. You get to his head. We had this conversation yesterday, and he was like, I don't understand how this is so weird.
But I wasn't getting mad at your point. I was just like, I wish I understood what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Do you
no, I didn't
understand
think
what
you
he
got
says?
mad.
Well, more so than David, watching the full video and seeing.
Oh, 'cause you saw a clip.
I didn't see the kid cry. I thought it was just two kids. It was almost be like, imagine like me and Ryan were like playing tug of war, right? And then someone goes, look at the violence here. And then they cut it and I'm like, what the fuck? Me and Ryan wanted to play tug of war.
Like, it's over dramatized.
Yeah, but if they cut later and like let's say Ryan's hands were like all burnt and he's all crying and it's like, oh fuck, that tug of war. Yeah, the tug of war was kind of like pretty violent.
I mean, I feel like we're so much like on the outside of things compared to how normal people process things too. Like
You are. You
Really?
guys are.
Because like how I
He's so surprised.
like we're definitely on the outside of things. Because most people
like I'm in
too-
a zoo and we're just looking at Bart right now.
I don't think me and War Machine are on the same level.
Well, you're also outside, and there's a
Like
spectrum of
War
outside.
Machine, so I feel like I'm right here. Like I know I'm not in the middle. I might be like closer
You're
to the
not
middle.
even- no.
But there's War Machine where like he's a pro MMA fighter that beats his wife every fucking day. Like I don't think I'm that.
Well, let's just put
But
it
you're
like
not-
this.
you're not over here.
How many adults in this
They
room
go a different spectrum.
can see somebody else go? Like you put me in an arm bar, right? That shit fucking hurts, but afterwards I'm like, that shit was fucking funny. You know, there's not many people that would allow you to do that to them, no matter how close you are to them. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like damn it.
But you guys are also into fighting like for fun.
Yeah, but even if you're into fighting for fun, most people still wouldn't allow you to do that to them.
No, right,
You
true.
know what I mean? It's not that I'm allowing you either. I'm actually trying not to let them do it.
My first thought about this was that the Hulk gloves makes it kind of funny and that
Because it's soft.
it's soft and he's getting hit with foam. But then seeing the kid on the ground still
He's
getting
like
hit,
beating his head
still
to
taking
the
shots.
ground like this.
That's crazy.
I think-
And the parents
Yeah,
putting it
that's
together
the
is
part,
crazy.
teacher.
Yeah.
That's the part for me. So if I saw these two kids roughhousing, I'm like, okay, little boys do play rough or whatever. Of course, me being an adult, I'd want to step in and be like, hey, you guys can play, but now you're getting too rough. Like, tone it down a little bit. I don't want any bloody noses or anyone getting hurt. So you can play rough, just like tone it down.
I mean, just to put it in perspective, you did a presentation on why Vietnamese children should be put into factories making stuff because they need their tiny little hands to do the stitches. And you thought that was
in
a
high school.
What? You did that?
In high school.
great idea.
As a troll.
I think Steve would
As a
love this.
troll.
Have you heard of Model United Nations? It's like a mock debate thing.
Okay.
And then so I was like, oh, this is my time to shine. And so usually people are fighting, and you're assigned a country, and you have to fight for a cause for that country. And then for me, I was like, oh, this would be an awesome time to troll them. So instead of fighting for child labor, I was for child labor.
Right.
And I was like, Victoria's Secret laundry could not be made any other way besides using tiny little fingers. And I got kicked out of the.
Got kicked out straight up.
Yeah.
And as he's presenting it, he's cracking up because he can't present.
That's why you got kicked out.
That's
dude.
why he got kicked out. He was just like,
You're just being a shithead.
he's holding this piece of I could just holding this piece of paper, just tearing up, laughing.
Yeah, that's why you got kicked. That's good.
So no, you're not normal, dude.
All right, fine.
Oh my
That's
god.
good.
You're definitely not War Machine, but you're not with us.
Because when I see War Machine, I'm like, get away
That's
from
good.
me.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy you
That's
see
awesome.
that.
That's really good.
Yeah, man, you're just a little. You're tiny battleship. That's what you are, dude. Baby battleship. You're not.
Yeah, that is fun. I get so fucking enraged. I would be so enraged if I saw that shit. If my
I know
kid was in that.
Taika was
Oh.
on his 4th birthday. He was crying after 3 fights.
I will say this though, once again.
But what if he wasn't crying? He was just happy. He was like, he gets up.
I don't care. I'd
if he
still
gets
get
up and he was
pissed.
like, oh, that was so fun.
Nope. I'd be like, this is not the time or the place to be learning that
No,
shit.
it's really sad too because then the mom was saying that when she took him to a different daycare that when he got there,
He
was
became the bully, started beating him.
Sucking.
no. That when he got
And now
there,
he's a problem child. That's fucked up.
when he got there, that he was like, "Mommy, are my new friend's gonna beat me up here too?" And so it's like,
Damn, that sucks. That sucks.
I don't mean to laugh. That's just like a fucking nutty thing to say. That's intense, bro.
Coming from a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that's.
Am I gonna get put in a fight club?
Mommy,
here
are
too?
my new friends gonna beat the fuck out of me too? Because that's how I know friendship.
If you keep fucking losing your fights, you little pussy.
he was crying because he was like, "I didn't know why they were hurting me. Like, why were they beating
Do
me
kids
up?"
talk like that?
I mean, he's 4. What do you expect?
Yeah, I don't know if kids say, why were they hurting?
That's pretty articulate.
Yeah, it sounds like a parent
Well,
who's like.
I mean, in his own words.
Sounds like a
That's
parent
what he was
squeezing
saying.
out the story for.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying though, like straight up, like I would be upset that these parents are using my kids for their personal entertainment. Like, who the fuck do you think you
Yeah,
are?
because they're saying that they organized.
If my kid won, I would be really happy.
That's true.
You'd feel sad. You'd feel some sort of comfort because you're like, oh, my kid can defend himself.
Not comfort. I'd be really proud of him. I'd be like, dude, you fucked that
Because
kid.
daddy would have lost.
All right.
And I only say this because personally, you know this girl, but her younger brother got into a fight in high school, and then he's a smart kid and everything else, and his friends recorded him fighting, and he fucked this kid up, and I was supposed to go and talk to him like, yo, what are you doing? But I was so happy for him. Like I had to like really like focus myself. I was like, all right, you got to tell him like, don't do this. But all I could think was, dude, he did a nice little drop step, and he.
I think you
cracked
could
him.
still be proud of him. But then you have to just steer him in the right direction.
That was a sick knockout, dude.
Yeah. I think you could do
But
that.
seriously though,
Yeah.
while that
That's
was
exactly
sick,
what I did. I was like, hey, first before I start this conversation, where'd you learn how to do that?
If you did that with Taika, I would appreciate that because it's like.
Because then now he's on your team.
Yeah.
Because he knows that you
Second
relate.
of all, what the fuck were you doing?
what were you thinking?
Salud.
Teach me that.
What if they were doing this? Let me ask you this: a moral quandary here, and I don't really have a take on this personally. It's just a question.
I love quandaries.
What if they were doing this exact thing, and they're putting it on, and both kids have Hulk hands,
Gloves, yeah.
and they sold tickets to it, and all the money goes to charity, all of it.
Not even to the kids?
If I got my.
All of it goes to battered children as well.
If I was given a heads up and I consented to that, then I consented.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
very liberal of you. Thank you.
Oh.